In just the first few days, it generated $1 billion.
Das ist in-game, weiß man nicht. Also wenn das in-game ist.
Fucking awesome aus, no joke.
1997 was the year when Grand Theft Auto just changed everything. The guys from DMA Design, now Rockstar North, thought, why not create a game where you break the rules instead of following them? The result is just incredibly awesome. You were a gangster who was tearing it up in the city like nobody's business. Stealing cars, causing chaos, and completing missions. The thing was just pure anarchy. The graphics were so retro that they were almost cool again, but that didn't bother anyone. The fun factor was over 9,000. GTA Prime made it clear where the bar was set, and everyone knew that something really intense was coming. 2 years later, GTA 2 was released, and Rockstar really stepped it up. More gangs, more chaos, more of everything, they probably thought. The city was darker and somehow more outrageous. As if someone had filmed an action movie on steroids. You could decide which gangs you hang out with or whom you really take down. In short, it became more tactical, but still pushed to the limit. The cars were faster, the explosions louder, and the game was simply next level. One had the feeling that when Rockstar makes a splash, it does it right. And then came GTA 3 in 2001. If you thought Grand Theft Auto was already intense, Grand Theft Auto 3 was the absolute game changer. Suddenly, Liberty City was in 2001 and you could move completely freely around the city. It was as if someone had plugged into the Matrix. The world was huge, vibrant, and you could do anything you could think of. It was as if someone had said, how about we turn the game into a Hollywood movie, but one that you can play yourself. The story was dark and thrilling and the city felt like a real metropolis. Simply amazing. All other games could pack it in. GTA 3 was in a league of its own. Just a year later, Vice City was released and the game catapulted us straight back to the 1980s.
Hey, great. I'm gonna drive you guys to the meeting. Okay, now I've talked to these suppliers and they are very keen to start business relations. So, if all goes well, we should be doing very nicely for ourselves. Which is, good.
Neon lights, fast cars, and outfits that were so wild, you thought the 80s were either brilliant or completely off the mark. But the best part about Vice City? The soundtrack. Every time you got into the car and those legendary hits played, you felt like Tony Montana in Scarface. Rockstar simply delivered motorcycles, helicopters, and a story that was so cool, you felt almost cooler after playing it. It was more than just a gangster game. It was like a time travel into the American dream, only with more explosions and fewer rules. In 2004, San Andreas was released, and it was so vast that you almost wondered when you would run out of space. 3 cities, mountains, deserts, forests. You could even steal airplanes. But you could customize your character Toyota so that he became either a muscle-bound guy or a couch potato, depending on how much fast food you consumed. San Andreas was simply enormous, and there was so much to do that one almost forgot that there was also a story to complete. From gang wars to UFO conspiracies, the game was so packed that you thought, hey, this is almost my second life. With GTA 4, things got really serious in 2008. Rockstar tightened the screws and said, let's bring reality into the city. Liberty City looked so real, you thought you could take a short vacation there, just without all the madness. The story about Nico was deeper than anything we have seen so far in the series. It was no longer just about chaos. Now it was about tough decisions, and the American dream that turned out to be a nightmare. The whole atmosphere was darker, more realistic, but still totally intense. And let's be honest, who hasn't caught themselves cruising around the city for hours without paying any attention to the missions?
GTA V insiders are almost going crazy over this combination of letters and numbers, camping out in front of stores at night to get it in their hands immediately. GTA 5 is arguably the most successful video game of all time. In just the first few days, it generated $1 billion.
In 2013, GTA 5 blew everything away. Rockstar thought, how about we create 3 main characters, build a gigantic city, and make everything possible? And that's exactly what they did. Los Santos was huge, and you could switch back and forth between Michael, Franklin, and Trevor at any time. Each of them was so crazy in their own way that you always wanted to see what would happen next. But that wasn't all. With GTA Online, Rockstar has created a game within a game that has kept millions of people hooked for years. Planning heists, forming your own crews, and just blasting through the city. GTA 5 was the final boss of open-world games. Intense, right? GTA 6 is on the starting line and everyone is asking, will it be Vice City again? Let's be honest, when Rockstar Games comes up with something new, you know it's going to be a hit. But now, let's get down to brass tacks. What could they possibly serve us? Will it really be the biggest open-world game ever? With a city that is so huge, 2021, that you might need to get a route planner just to get from A to B. Maybe there will even be multiple cities. Imagine flying from Vice City to Liberty City or San Andreas in a jet. And how about a return to the urn glitter outfits, a synthwave soundtrack, and palm trees wherever you look? Vice City has always been a sort of Miami Vice on steroids. Or is Rockstar going into the future and creating a high-tech world? But seriously, what would you wish for from GTA 6? Write it in the comments, folks. Should there be more vehicles, even crazier missions? Or maybe finally, the chance to build your own criminal empire, starting from scratch like in Scarface, just without the nasty ending. Come on, we all know you've been dreaming about it for a long time. What if you just rob a bank or manage your own cartel? And multiplayer. Man, if GTA Online is already this amazing, just imagine what they will do in GTA 6. Maybe soon we can take over entire cities with friends, go all out, and engage in intense gang wars. Maybe there will also be a really massive battle royale, just in GTA style, with rocket launchers, jetpacks, and a chaos level that makes all other games look outdated. 2021, what do you think? How big will the world be? Do you think there will be a return to Vice City, or maybe even a completely new city? Write it in the comments and let's speculate a bit. I mean, Rockstar has surprised us so many times, and I bet they still have a lot of aces up their sleeves. If we're honest, we all know that Rockstar is a master at exceeding expectations. Every time we think, okay, now they have reached the maximum, they come around the corner and just blow us away.